Not enough nonsense in your life? Need a little more? Well, get ready, because these two have it in spades. Loose talk.
What are you talking about? Nonsense.
Even looser opinions.
Please explain.
And you're along for the ride.
Everybody strap in!
This is The Burble with Benny and Az.
We managed to get him back from South Australia. In fact, hang on a minute. You managed to get me back from holidays.
I'm back.
Welcome to The Burble. Hello, my name is Benny.
My name is Az.
We are here to talk about absolute nonsense. Now, we had to have time off over summer due to the fact that this studio gets so goddamn hot that you can't be in here. Like, the only time realistically that we could record this podcast is probably about 6 o'clock in the morning because we are literally east to west in this building that we're in at the moment. So it comes in the afternoon and evening, it's really friggin' hot. Like you could cook in your shorts.
Well, last time we did a podcast in here in summer, this little dude with hairy feet ran in and threw a ring in here. So, you know, like it was
I told him to off. I don't care if the Eye of Saruman's looking at you. Just off. Like this little prick this tall.
Yeah, and just flinging jewelry. Who throws a ring, honestly?
Like, you know, if you could find one gold ring, go find me another one. I'll melt that down.
Make us some gold microphones.
I'll make an ingot out of your head, you asshole.
But no, I'm back.
How was the churches?
It was amazing, the city of churches, the murder capital of Australia, may I add. The home of the Hilltop Hoods, and stinking hot. It was, I think we got to about 48 over there the day we were in Adelaide.
Wow.
We were down the peninsula, though, with the Outlaws, and that was beautiful.
Did you stroke the peninsula?
No, I didn't stroke the peninsula.
Did you go...
I went bring, and went out on a boat quite a lot and caught the fishes and the...
Did you go deep sea fishing?
No, it was very shallow sea fishing.
But did you go out in the sea fishing?
I went out on the sea and I fished.
I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I like fishing.
I got a big bucket of crabs too. It was great. And then we went fishing.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, I like fishing on the sea.
Yeah.
Right? You, for a better term, you go, I'm going to get some fishing rods and I'm going to do this. Where do you buy your fishing rods from? I'm not asking you this question. I'm just saying it, right?
The fishing rod shop.
You don't. You get it from buy, swap and sell, right? So you don't have the time. You don't go into the BCF. You don't go into the fishing shop, find the lures, ask the experts. No, you ask clown, get lucky to go out.
Well, no, the father-in-law had everything I needed.
Whatever. But that's fine. You need the pride to go, that's my fishing rod. I caught that fish. You know what I mean? I made sure that I used the right lure. No, don't go, my father-in-law gave me all this stuff to catch fish.
And I did.
No, you need to have some pride in yourself. Look, I'm not abusing you. I'm asking you to build yourself up, and you're not. You won't, and you weren't there, and you don't know.
I'm built for comfort, not speed, Benny.
This is The Burble. We talk about nonsense. I'm not gonna abuse you anymore.
Good.
I can't.
Let's abuse these on the internet. A
woman dies after choking on a lamington eating competition, which happened on Australia Day.
That's tragic.
It is tragic. That sucks. Absolutely sucks. Choking on a lamington. Apparently some dirty dildo was shoved through a grand's letterbox as. Now, look.
You reckon, how would you track that parcel?
I don't know, but I thought these days that the postman just went to the letterbox at the front. It's not shoved through the door because they've got little dogs. Grands have little dogs.
Yes, they do.
And little dogs don't understand that they're little dogs.
They're just shit.
No, they think they're big dogs. That's why they go, all that kind of thing. Even the big dogs, they just go, F you, I'm a dog.
Yeah.
And they think they can take them down until the big dog just bites it and snaps its neck in one go.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you see the thing, they go to the door and they put the mail through.
And the dog goes mental on the other side of the door.
Dog goes mental. It's got you personality.
Although it's funny that Granny even got the dildo through the door, realistically, because most of the postmen in the area just pull up outside the house, fill in the slip and throw it in your yard.
That's true. All right, now I'm going to open a beer here. A man finds his own grave at a cemetery after his ex-wife put it there.
That's dark shit, man.
You are a mole if you're doing that. Like, just divorce him
Do you reckon
cleanly.
she did it for like the insurance money? Of
course she
faked
did.
his death.
As would you willing to part for $480 for denim underwear that are back in stock? You know,
You reckon it was home for the boys?
I have got no idea. What
Button
about this
fly?
though? You did some time at university. You did your time at university.
I did
right?
a lot of
Yeah.
drugs, women, anyway, yeah, whatever.
But
Yes.
okay, if you manage to get yourself to the point of university professor, would you use the money they give you to do what you need to do properly?
Oh, like research funding and stuff.
Research, yeah.
With some of the stuff we've had on this show, though, like is professors just getting grants for shit. Like, let's give fish Coke and see what happens. Like,
Of course.
that sort of stuff. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'd be. I'd be like the weird, like crazy Emmett Doc Brown professor that's just doing experiments on.
Like conducting life.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
your arms.
yeah.
Okay, well, this uni professor spent more than $100,000 in research grants at strip clubs and sport bars.
There's our tax money hard at work.
Let's go back to the emergency room. A bottle was gobbled up by a man's anus when he tried to scratch an itch.
Big itch.
It is a big itch. You've got to be a man to scratch that kind of thing. It's all coming up on the Burble.
Hit us up on the socials at theburble.com.au.
Footage has emerged as of a Australia Day pie and lamington eating competition that happened up in Queensland.
Sounds like good fun to me.
It turned to tragedy when a woman died. Now, the woman was 60 years old. It's believed that she's suffered a seizure at the event, which was at the Beach House Hotel in Scarness, which is near Harvey Bay,
Righto.
at about 2 p.m. on Australia Day.
Yep.
She was given CPR and taken to Harvey Bay Hospital but wasn't revived. Now, it showed this footage that apparently Channel 9 have showed. It showed rows of people seated down together,
Yep.
downing pies and lamingtons as fast as they could, glasses of water are beside each person to wash down the food. This is like the Oscar Mayer Wiener.
Yeah, the hot dog eating
The
competition.
Coney Island thing
Yeah.
that happens over in the United States. And there's crowds of people.
Well, I can tell you their first mistake.
What?
It's a pie and lamington eating contest, and they've got water on the table with them. It should have been a chocolate milk.
What, for pies?
Yeah, exactly.
Have you eaten a meat pie and then had a chocolate milk?
It's a servo staple. You go and get a pie and
I
a
know
chalky
it's a
milk.
servo staple, but have you remembered what happens afterwards? You're in pain over the bowl, splattering.
Yeah.
Like you're making sure that servo toilet is getting used.
Yeah, you got to buy it some flowers after you're done, but
A woman throws her hand in the air after completing the challenge,
Right.
so to speak. The jovial atmosphere, as they're reporting, because this comes
Yeah.
from news.com.au, turned when it was apparent one of the competitors was injured. You don't
freak
hoik.
pie injury.
No, you don't hoik lamingtons. You can't down a lamington because the lamington, whilst tasty, has got two layers. The layer on the outside of the chocolate, so to speak,
Yeah.
okay, kind of wets down what's on there. But most lamingtons, you pick up a lamington and there's the dried coconut on it. So if that goes down the windpipe, you're in trouble. But then it depends on the sponge inside.
Yeah, is it a soft sponge, a hard sponge, a old sponge, a new
Is it a
sponge?
moist sponge? All that kind of thing. Well, anyway, sadly, a lady died eating this lamington during the lamington competition. She shoveled down the lamington into her mouth with no restraint. She's inhaled the coconut and then has arrested.
Oh, she aspirated the coconut.
She aspirated. So the pub was real quick with the CPR. The ambulance rocked up, working on it for over an hour. It didn't look good. Another woman told the Courier Mail in Brisbane that she was filming the competition when she noticed something wrong. She said, and I quote, "I was filming just as my friend finished and I noticed that she was dribbling, so I rang 000 as she fell to the ground." Look, I understand Australia Day and I can see some footage here on pictures, but I'm not going to play any of the audio and that kind of thing. Lamingtons. Now, look, I eat a lot of pork rinds, for example, because I'm just a fat.
Well, I eat a lot of pies.
The flakiness of the pie, some of the flakiness of pork rinds, for example, aren't good if you
breathe them in. The only thing in your lungs is meant to be oxygen.
Oxygen, that's exactly right. But little flakes of the pork rind or a lamington or the crusty top of a pie are going to fly in to the lung.
Yep.
Now, I understand that you're hungry. What's the rule? Chew 25 times
apparently
before you swallow?
Something like that. At least chew it so it's not still just a chunk bitten off the item you're eating.
So do we need to stop doing this thing, or are we still in a nanny state, or should this shit continue?
Well, I could look at it two ways. The shit can continue and we'll thin out the gene pool. It's like natural selection, Darwin Awards kind of thing. But in the same token, it seems to be a very American sort of thing, the eating competition. And it's like, oh, well, they eat hot dogs. What's Australian? Oh, no, pies and lamingtons. Let's just shove some pies and lamingtons
There's
on the table.
There's a difference between, though, a lamington and a hot dog.
Yeah, well, a hot dog you could dip in the water and then it just turns to mush and you basically deep throat it down, right?
All the bread does.
You've seen the dudes eating hot dogs in the hot dog eating competition.
Yeah, the Oscar one at Coney Island.
Yeah. You can't just dump a lamington in water and then sort of like just suck it in, like, because that's going to kill you.
Well, the hot dog, though, is a little bit easier to do.
Exactly. Hot dog's easy to do.
However, though, I don't know if I've never dunked a lamington into water. Never seen that.
Well, I don't eat lamington, so.
Well, that's right. You don't like you're allergic to coconut.
That's right.
I'm allergic to pineapple.
So I've never had a lamington in my life. So if I want a lamington, I just basically go and get a square of sponge cake
with chocolate on it.
Well, just nothing.
What if we put sugar on it? You're okay?
Well, I suppose it'll just hasten my inevitable tumble towards obesity and death, but it should be fine otherwise.
Do you know what the woman was doing before she entered the competition?
Was she practicing?
No, she was selling earrings at the pub earlier in that day. 6 years.
Better.
Well, maybe she didn't know that the lamington was going to kill her.
Well, I don't think you buy a lamington expecting it to assassinate you, though, do you?
Well, maybe those Smith chips that they came out.
Oh, they were terrible.
Stop products together. You're killing people. You're killing faith in the product. Stop with the shit. You
What I want to know, though, is it was a pie eating competition as well, right? So let's move away from the lamos for a sec.
Well, it was a pie and lamington.
So what, you had to scarf a pie and a lamington. So it's like a morning tea eating competition.
I don't know why she didn't dip the lamington in the pie. What's wrong with
now you're talking about not products together. Now we'll have a lamington flavoured pie next.
No, wait a minute. Hang on a minute. Like, whatever you scarf down your throat's not products each other. It's more along the lines of like they go, oh, I can't believe you ate that and that. Well, it's going to turn out the same anyway.
True.
Indescribable, brown, solid shit. Who cares? But going in, that's a different story. Once you, like the fantastic voyage of the meat pie, and I'm sure there were beers involved or water or whatever.
There was beers involved when they thought this thing up.
Oh, and so who pays out the insurance? Is it the pub? Is it going to be 4 and 20? Is it going to be whoever made the lamingtons? Tip top, yeah.
It wouldn't be 4 and 20. They had nothing to do with it unless, as I said, I was going back to the pies. Like, you reckon they cooked them properly, or were they servo style where you take a bite and it's cold on the inside and your second bite gives you 14th degree burns all around your mouth and burns away your skull and teeth?
I don't know. But however, though, if she's like on selling, like, I'm not going to say that the body shop's involved. You know those businesses that ladies...
doTERRA.
Yeah, exactly. They do those businesses and all that kind of thing. Like, if she's selling earrings at the pub, which was earlier in the day, right, and then she stepped out of her role in selling the earrings, are they liable, or is it the pub that's liable?
I think it's the pub.
The pub's liable?
Let's make a decision. Will the court of the burble...
Pub's liable?
Pub's liable.
Dealt with.
This is The Burble with Benny and Az.
You recently had something stolen from your front door.
I did indeed.
Tell me about that. I want to hear about that.
Well, while I was over in South Australia, a notification from the security sensor that someone had been out the front of my house. So, of course, checked it out and some small child, about the size of a hobbit, maybe the same hobbit that threw the ring in here a couple of weeks ago, ran down my front path, picked up a parcel from my doorstep and ran away.
What was the parcel?
It was a cushion. So if you're listening, sucked in, dickhead. You've now got some nice decor.
Cushion.